Now exclusively at Fiona's on May and Backdoor Alley in Rusty Hole, Michigan. We are now offering Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips. These lips are so scrumptious, they'll have you smacking your own in delight. Perfect for a quick bite, a party snack, or a novel gift for someone you care about. That's right, Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips, the treat that kisses back. But don't take my word for it. Hear from our esteemed Patreon, Elton John. I had a chance to try Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips, and let me tell you, I can't wait to have a second round with those lips. Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips are outstandingly unusual, and I'm not entirely convinced that it's even feasible to cook up lobster lips, let alone create an enhancing snack out of them. Larry's Luscious Lobster Lips are 100% fictional. Elton John is a paid spokesperson. Any resemblance in name with anyone else, even so slightly, is completely coincidental.
In 2025, prepare to go presidential as the podcastaways Gary Manning and Trevor Shelby go on a President's Day Dudes Cruise. And dude, you are totally invited. We will be sailing on the Carnival Valor on February 13th through the 17th. From New Orleans to Cozumel, it's going to be one wild ride. Contact Amanda Barmore with Have Luggage Will Travel or email booking at hlwtravel.com for more information.
Hey, everybody. How is everyone doing today? I hit the wrong button, so we're playing commercials.
We are live, everyone. So good to see you.
Oh, absolutely.
Chats. We got Luigi back in the house.
Yes,
Reese.
Luigi back. Reese is back on the streets, apparently. Going away. They've made up. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say about
That's
it.
We sent Reese back down to Key West. He found Luigi, and
we've got Gary Manning in the house.
We are here. Oh my word! If stress level 100 is not a real thing right now for me, I don't know what is, to be honest with you. But holy cow, guys! Wow, I literally pulled into the hotel at 6:20, and the lady at the desk did not have me pre-checked in for some reason, even though I booked the hotel at however time, told them I was going to be here at 5:45.
Yeah.
Stopped to get some chicken strips on the way. Long story short, the chicken strips took too long. It was just a crazy mess. I get into the hotel at 6:20 and I step in my room at 6:25. Computer set up. Got everything set up at 6:29 and said, Trevor, hit the live. And then he played Fiona's Lobster Lips.
Yes. Oh, that's like OG stuff, man. Man, so the buttons look exactly the same. Start the show or Fiona's. It's about a 50-50 shot. But
Gotcha.
no, you sent me a text message. You were like, hey, plan on being there. And I was like, mentally preparing myself. I was like, I'm going to be on this live all by myself. Because Reese already bailed on us today. So he had some more technical. Well, I mean, he made an unexpected trip to Key West. So
exactly,
you do have
that was it. I mean, we say we bailed on us, but I mean, we know what was up now. He was like, hey, my computer's not on. Well, we caught him. He's down there in Key West looking at Luigi. So yeah,
he's live streaming it. I mean, there's no lie about it. So
exactly.
It's too much.
I mean,
man.
what else is he going to do? I mean, I don't know. Guys in the chat, ladies in the chat, if you're out there, tell us what should be Reese's punishment for completely just hanging us out to dry and deciding to fly to Key West and go hang out with Luigi instead.
Yeah, no, completely wild. I think, this show, all 20 episodes that we've done on this show, I've got to start over, I guess. We have done it with this very opening, every one of them.
All right. So, quick question. While I was watching that video, I was getting about every fifth frame. What about you, Mr. Shelby? I don't even hear you anymore, Mr. Shelby. You're muted, Mr. Shelby. Unmute your mic.
It would help. No, I said I got all the frames. I had them all.
Okay.
You didn't have any because I was taking them all.
Well, I mean, I literally was seeing every fifth frame. So I'm looking at my phone that's playing the video, and even the video looks like it was about playing every fifth frame on the in the
I don't have the
actual
live
live
pulled up.
as well.
So hey, if anyone is having issues, let me know. So if we have any kind of things going on, so I do not see anything on my end.
Look, he's all granulated. There we go. He's back to being live. Reese, maybe Reese will go on out and about and find somebody else other than Luigi. But
yeah, well, and this might be one of those days because we have had some terrible weather here in Oklahoma, and so I may not be with the best internet service at the time. So
gotcha.
Although,
yes, I did notice that you marked yourself safe from the tornadoes that hit your hometown last night.
Yeah. Oh, if I had the time, I'd pull up some funny stuff because they came in about 1 a.m. and it was hilarious because we had I was up late anyways, and so I thank you, Steve. Hopefully that gets better. I don't know. But so I was up anyways, and so I was just getting ready for bed. It was about 1 a.m. and
wow,
the sirens start going off. And I had no clue that anything was going to happen. So I go tell my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, Meg," she was in bed. I was like, "It's kind of dicey out there, I guess." And she was like, "I'm not going to worry about it till it's closer." So I was like, that's kind of our MO. So I was like, all right, I get you. Sirens are going off, but there you go. This is Oklahoma.
Kind of close.
But, looking at it on the TV, it was not, they weren't that close to us. And then they were. Okay. And then they were. And
then they were.
Yeah. So we live on these two streets. So the block. I'm not gonna name the streets here on YouTube.
It's good that you live on streets though. I mean,
live in Oklahoma. So anyway, so it's like Oklahoma Avenue and Kansas Avenue.
Another street.
Yeah. So and
oh wow, Oklahoma has two avenues that cross.
Yeah, two avenues that cross. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm just making this up as I go. So anyways, the weather chaser, the storm chasers, they call out the freaking streets that's like our block, and they're there. And so we're watching everything live, and it
so they hollered out your street.
Yeah, the actual cross streets. So I was like, it's kind of serious now. But luckily, the tornado actually did dissipate, and by the time it got to us. Now, this was 1 a.m., okay? So it's daylight savings time. This is the first 1 a.m. that we went through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because this was Sunday night or early Sunday morning.
Early Sunday morning. Yeah.
Early Sunday morning. Yeah.
So this is wild. We hit 2 o'clock, which then becomes 1 a.m. again. Yeah, and we're under another tornado sirens going off. We have it's like
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, we went back in time. It was the same thing. Although the tornado was about a mile away from us, got closer to my sister than it did us. What are you doing to your eyeball?
I'm trying to remove my contact.
Oh, okay. So quality entertainment. So
I had it
yeah.
in for over 12 hours, and it just starts aggravating me after that.
Yeah, I get that. But no,
So
it was the
second
same
one
thing.
first one almost hit you. Second one almost hit your sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're out for us.
You know
So
why? Do you have Christmas? Does your sister have Christmas decorations up at her house?
She does not. She is a firm believer
Oh.
and after Thanksgiving, unlike myself, who has already pulled the decorations out of the attic and has prepared to start.
As those that do not know, that we have our, like our Carnival Cruising Podcast Ways chat, and Tom said the reason that Oklahoma has tornadoes is because they already have Christmas decorations out. And I can fully believe that. So, hey, do we have anybody in the chat that knows how to play guitar and can tell us maybe what Luigi is playing right now? Because he's definitely having a good old time.
Yeah, he is, man.
Do we have any other live cameras tonight? Oh, look at there. Somebody just popped up in the chat.
Look who it is. Miss Manning herself.
That's truth. So happy to see my wife in here. I think I know why she's here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into that here in a little bit. I want to see what other live cameras we have. Luigi, I mean, Reese with Luigi. I mean, we know their affection for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now, somebody else is getting Luigi's attention.
Uh-oh.
So somebody else in the audience, he was
Let's
about to
check out the OG cam here.
Dude, this better not be what I think it is.
Let's watch some kickball.
I know how to control the. Yep, done. Oh, okay, that's it. Nope, that was it. That's all I needed to see. Nope.
Oh my goodness, that's really funny.
Right. Yeah, no, we're not gonna have that.
We're not gonna have it.
Change that camera. Change that camera. We're not gonna worry about that camera. I said no.
Oh, here we go.
So for those, that's definitely not what people want to see right there. Let's see. We gotta go here. Oh, so I don't know how to do this. You do this. There we go. No, that's not it.
You've made it crazy.
I've done something stupid. There we go.
There
we go. All right. So that's Nola right there. Look, you got old boys selling beads.
Mm-hmm.
Got old boys selling beads there on the street. That's what happens in Nola.
Yep.
And so, all right. Oh, look what my wife says. She's only been missing me for 12. She only haven't seen me for 12 hours.
Yeah, she didn't say who she's missing faces for.
This is truth.
It could have been me.
It probably actually is. Yes. I don't know what I was thinking. So
probably is.
And so do you want to go ahead and jump into that? Oh, we have look at Miss Thang in the middle of the intersection, posing in the middle of the intersection. Look at the guy behind her that's frozen in time.
Oh my!
You put $1 in his bucket, and you can move him.
Can you really?
He literally is frozen. Yeah, that's the way that works.
I don't.
He literally is frozen in the middle of the intersection.
Wilgie says he will be in NOLA in 18 days.
Man, we are a little bit further out than that, but we will be in NOLA as well.
Yeah, a little further. Well, okay.
So that guy is going to hold that position until somebody puts a tip in his bucket. He might move after somebody, or you can also move him and make him do any position after you put a tip in his bucket.
Okay.
So that's typically the way those guys work.
Will, do you have any go-to spots, anything you like to do whenever you are in New Orleans? Is there anything that places you like to go or anything like that? Anything you've done before that you've enjoyed? Yeah, I really like live music. That's kind of my thing. And I absolutely, although I found out the bar I went to all the time is now closed.
Yeah, well, it's not closed. It's just it's renamed.
It's renamed. It's probably so different now. But maybe if they have pianos, they'll go there. But I do love dueling pianos, though. I do want to point something else out, though. This is really kind of for the other podcast. But we were talking about Pog
Oh, look at this guy. Nobody's doing anything for him.
You-
Yeah, Pog.
we
What
were
did you
talking
find out
about Pog. So I was, we were talking about the last time we saw Pog and all that stuff. Well, my wife has been cleaning stuff up today. She's been rooting through all my childhood stuff. She found the Pog. She found it.
She found the Pog?
She found the Pog. It's been located. So if you Pog is the drink on Carnival that you get on the Lido deck and all that at breakfast time, in case anybody doesn't know. But no joke, she found some Pogs.
Will G. Oh man, dude. Oh my gosh, I should hide you now. Look at this. This should be the short circuit video. Me just talking about the guy still standing in the middle of the road.
I got a slammer. So there you go.
That's just something else. But okay, we have a tipper? No, we don't have a tipper. I mean, oh boy is still just standing right there in the middle of the road. Oh, girl's trying to figure out what the heck's going on with him. Now the camera's froze because Trevor's internet stinks. But no, it's just one of those things, though. Will G says he's only been there once. Okay. And his daughter had a volleyball tournament. So Will G, I'm going to tell you right now where to go when you go to New Orleans.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
Will G, New Orleans is a blast. Make sure that you get in there a night before. You hit the French Quarter. You hit, this little Canal Street area. You get in there, you do your things, and you just enjoy life as much as possible. Because, right now, look at this. This is a Monday night. Nothing at all is going on in NOLA right now. And there's still hundreds of people. And I say hundreds, there's hundreds of people walking the streets right here. This is probably Royal and Canal, if I had to guess. I don't know for sure. But I tell you what, I can tell you because no, I can't. I can't remember the name of that bar right there. I apologize. But Trevor really has thrown me under the bus, but just leaving me. So here's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and jump into this because he's not here. We have some valuable listeners and valuable watchers right now. So as many of you know, we have a dudes cruise that's coming up over President's Day weekend. President's Day weekend, February 13th through the 17th is when we're going to be cruising. And well, if you catch, there's another time frame that's in those dates as well. And that would be Valentine's Day. So we leave on a Thursday. Valentine's Day is on a Friday. I think it's like February 14th or something like that. So our wives, my wonderful wife, Teresa, who's in the chat right now. And yes, there you go. You can go to the French Quarter and have a good time for sure. French Quarter is always a blast. Just be careful. Make sure you stay on the main roads. Don't cut off any dark valleys anywhere, or alleys, I should say. So also, Cruise Nuts, are you on the Paradise right now if you're still in the chat with the Booze Cruise, or are y'all back already? I know that you guys were all cruising on the Paradise over Halloween. So, but back what I was saying. So Valentine's Day is over Dudes Cruise. So our wives, our fantastic, wonderful, lovely wives have done a thing.
Yeah, they did a thing.
And we told them we love them. We told them that we appreciate them for going. And there's some people, look, there's another person. She's back. She's just standing again right there in the middle of the intersection. However, there are some friends of ours that have she's posing in the middle of the intersection. That is so cool. And now what is she doing? She's walking over to him, but you're going to make her small screen so we can't see exactly. Now you're just taking her away completely. Thank you. But so some friends of ours, they did some things and their wives did a little, I guess you could say, punishment thing for them. And so our wives have picked some punishment for Trevor and I.
Who started this? Who are the culprits of this punishment thing? Where did they get this idea?
Got back last night from the Booze Cruise. All right. Well, welcome back to the land there, Mike.
Welcome back.
But so
I'm watching.
Yes.
You. So
you're watching who? You're watching me or you're watching Mike?
I'm watching you. That's what I said.
Watching me?
So
Well, so are several other people. They'd like to hear
started this?
talking.
Who started this whole thing?
Well, see, I had an idea of us just, because our wonderful friends over at Have Luggage Will Travel, they had a live on Monday nights, and they did like where they would just do random snacks, such as sweet snacks, like Little Debbie's, for instance. And they also did some other things towards the end, but they were always like these sweet snacks. And I said, well, what if we did a snack, but we did like nasty snacks?
Yeah.
Well, the wives saw the text and they thought it would be a great idea.
Yeah.
So the wives gave us mystery snacks.
So that's what I had to go away for. My wife
you had to go
just brought me, for whatever reason, a cup, a spoon,
a cup and a spoon,
and a mystery package. So what is this?
You don't know. So here's I have a wonderful hamburger hat.
I love it.
I have a hamburger hat, and inside the hamburger hat, there is a paper bag.
Yeah.
I think she wants me wearing the hamburger hat. I'll put the hamburger hat on. And inside the paper bag, this is a Wood Hat Distillery. This is in New Florence, Missouri. Fantastic spirits from there. If you would so like to stop by and pick some up if you're ever driving down I-70. So inside of my bag, I'm not even going to look. I've got an envelope. So what they did, this says, hope these were yummy on the envelope. Okay.
Yeah.
And so so here's what she's done. She has put, so I don't know what it is to give me any kind of like knowledge of what I'm eating. This is the wrapper. This is the wrapper in here for the snack that I'm eating.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you put in the couple's chats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wife didn't follow those instructions to a T. So I'm not looking, but this is what she gave me, some kind of something. I assume it goes in the cup. So I'm pouring it in the cup.
Oh my goodness. No, I don't think that went in the cup. I don't think that was supposed to go in the cup.
She gave me the cup and a spoon for a reason. I'm not going to spoon water in my mouth.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tam. We're eating weird stuff.
And so if you go and you're in Missouri, this is our wives' punishment for us, Tom.
I really hope I was supposed to. It's foaming.
Dude, I'm telling you, I do not think you were supposed to put that stuff in the. I'm just saying.
Oh, it looks like broth.
Ooh, okay. Look, I have a Ziploc bag with red. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to smell them. Red funnel, like almost looks like pasta, like rigatoni pastas.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't smell that bad. I'm like smelling in the microphone, like you can smell me smelling. Okay. I'm going for it, Trevor.
Cheers to everyone.
So,
goodness. I wish I was eating chicken and dumplings.
So Tam, a lady died on the plane home.
That's sad.
That stinks.
I'm sorry about that, Tam. All right, here we go.
All right, go ahead. You go first.
Oh
my. Oh my.
It's not terrible.
Okay. I thought these were going to be spicy, but they're not. Oh, wait. Yes, they are.
Oh, God. I got it there. Oof. Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't know. All right. I am going to reveal. I'm looking at the back of the package. It shows them pouring it in water.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. I'm going to not even look at it. I'm revealing it to the camera. I'm looking at it as you guys do. It says beer.
Yeah.
Beer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a beer.
It's a beer.
It looked like it was some
child holding a beer. What?
Oh,
that
my
is
God.
Great.
Okay. I thought I can't keep
it's
this on
supposed
my
to
head.
foam up.
This
Like
wasn't a
that
good
kid's
idea.
got it foamed. Ooh, it's got a little foam
Well,
on it. You can see the foam. Look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, it does look like it might have a head on it.
Yeah,
Like a beer
I'm gonna get
does.
that a little more.
These aren't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, and I really haven't had that much dinner.
Mm-hmm.
My wife says they sneak up on you.
As wives do.
Well,
oh, you're talking about the snack.
Yep. All right.
Oh God.
So
all right, I'm not drinking any more of this.
I'm going to.
Brought to you by Debbie. That's for a future
Hey,
episode.
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. All right. So here's what I got. Again, hope these are yummy. All right. So she did tell me she was going to cut the actual what it was because she said you cannot read. There we go. That's what I got. She said also. Will G saying, what was it? And she said that her and my son both spit it out last night. This is what I got. If we have any, I guess, Koreans or someone who can read that in the chat, feel free to. Yeah, you see them. Okay, but the back of it, 100% just straight, not English.
Okay, I'm going to butcher this.
Tracy, you really outdid yourself here.
But
here I have
mine
it.
is
Okay.
I've looked it up. So mine is called
Uh-huh.
Kids Waragagi Beer Mix. Now, I probably butchered that. No alcohol. They specify there's no alcohol in this. that packet is worth $1.75, and it's a yellow and with a foamy head. That's its whole thing.
Okay.
So there you go.
So here's what I had. I had a hot and spicy wheat and rice snack from South Korea.
South Korea.
I'll take that. Yeah, from South Korea. So hot and spicy. So Tom says that her brother and nephew are also named Gregory. Yeah, that's a awesome name.
Awesome.
Everybody likes to call me Greg, even though my name's not Greg. But a hot and sweet, and I do agree. I can't get it to.
It describes you.
Yeah, exactly. It won't focus on the hot and sweet. But yeah, you can trust me on that. That's what it says.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sit here. I mean, if these weren't like cracking like loud and stuff, I'd sit here and eat all night through the show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you like them. I'm gonna pour this beer out, and yeah, well.
So I mean, this wasn't much punishment for me. I
No,
think you
it
have
wasn't.
I do think that the wives want us to finish.
Do they?
In the whole entire thing. We have to finish the whole thing. That's part of our punishment. I mean, that wasn't discussed in the group chat, but I think that would only be, So I do want to go back and touch on something that Tom said here just a minute ago. Says if that happened to me, I wouldn't have booked 10 more cruises. I guess dying on the cruise. And she says someone also was murdered on the cruise ship, which that seems pretty crazy.
Well,
So we did an episode on that in Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We had an episode about somebody being murdered on a ship.
yes, actually, it's on this channel. If you go look for it's a cruise ship thing, murder. So her name was Tammy. And so if you go look it up, it's you just dig through the videos. It's a whole
what? Her name was what?
Tammy, I believe. Tammy Grogan.
Oh my
I just pulled that out of the air, so I don't know if that's right or not. I'm pretty sure it was Tammy Grogan. She was murdered on a Carnival
that one was
ship.
more spicy than the other one.
And it was her family, I believe. So, spoiler alert. I'm gonna watch the video. I don't know, man. But
yep.
Oh man,
that was a good episode.
Yeah, it's popping off right now. I don't know how this is going to translate. So we may end up doing this on the podcast ways because there was a little bit of. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down the our live cam for just a moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a video. And
Cruise News says that they heard that somebody had a baby on the booze cruise.
Ooh,
that's pretty cool. Hey, there was a lot of
cool
cool people on that There was a lot of cool people on that booze cruise too.
Yeah,
I wish I would have been able to go.
Yeah, me too. The having a baby on a cruise, man, what a wild experience would that be, huh?
I wonder if they would name it Ducky. For like
Ducky
cruise
the
ducks.
Duck. Oh, I thought you were going for like Ducky the Duck.
For cruise ducks.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. They might go Ducky. Let's leave that up to the chat.
It's got a little bit of beef. It just has a little beef on this one. This doesn't have as much beef this doesn't have a big a beef as my other.
Yeah.
But we got some video sharing that just hit us up in the chat.
So, okay. So
there you go. That's a very good point, Teresa. That was a very premature baby.
Yeah, very. And so,
oh no, that's Tam that said that.
Tam.
I'm sorry, Teresa was texting back, and then I thought that was she was finishing.
Yeah, well, and that's true. So yeah, if that very premature, okay. And so that's,
she said the ones that they had lit them up. Yeah, so like I said, and I had a little bit heavier heat tolerance than she does too. So
now
but that one that I had right there was kind of spicy.
We don't have a guest today, but
no guest.
I've got something better. So somebody has put together a video for us. Okay. And that we get to respond to as they go along. Now, something got lost in translation, so their lips are moving, but it doesn't like match up with what's being said. That's not the internet.
It's one of those it's one of those kung fu movies.
Yeah. Yeah,
I fight you now.
Exactly. So, and it could have been translated. It does look like maybe it wasn't done in English. I don't know, but seeing that it's Cowboy Sam, I think that he does speak English. So here we go. Here for the very first time on video.
Say it ain't so.
Cowboy Sam.
Well, butter my biscuits and call me a pancake. Cowboy Sam here, sitting in as a special guest on the Podcastaways. Today we're taking a journey way back in time to 1963 to be exact, to dig up some cruise tips from a bygone era. Now I know 1963 these might be older than a bottle of unopened sarsaparilla in my granddaddy's
Cowboy Sam's part Popeye.
His
forearms are huge.
Never goes out of style. Let's wrangle up these tips like we're on a hunt for gold nuggets. Here we go. Tip number one: dress for the occasion. Well, tie my laces and call me a longhorn. Back in '63, cruising wasn't all flip-flops and tank tops. No, sir. Bright, colorful sports clothes are appropriate. But leave the shorts and halter tops at home if you're heading into port, says the old text.
Say no way.
Suits,
say no way.
For the beach. Now, can you imagine trying to stroll into the dining room with your board shorts on? You'd get looks colder than iced sweet tea.
Wow.
Wow. So that's tip number one from Cowboy Sam. Oh.
So like this is so let's recap. So where's Sam
let's recap for just
again?
A minute. So this is the Cowboy Sam found actual cruise tips from 1963 This was not on the internet because, and it was in the newspaper. So Cowboy Sam is breaking down the cruise tips from 1963. So this first one is, I guess, dress for the occasion.
So, okay. Yeah. And so Mike just posted everybody who was on the booze cruise. Obviously, he forgot Cruise Nuts. Mm-hmm. And Jeremy and Cheryl both. So Cruising is Fun Anytime and JNS Adventures were all there. Tinkerbell was on there. Orange Clone Vlog, not sure who they are. Alice Lugo, which is Eddie's wife. And then Knitting was Cheryl. I'm hoping that's different from the Cheryl that's Cruising is Fun Anytime. If he just felt like including both of her channels in there for something, but not even including Jeremy. And then Controversy Cruising. Okay, I've seen them on Instagram, but I haven't seen any of their stuff online. So awesome. So man, that was a good sized little group cruise right there over Halloween on the Paradise. And they went down to Cozumel. So Cowboy Sam, let's just cover Cowboy Sam real quick. I think I applaud Cowboy Sam, and now I know why we have never had a video of Cowboy Sam.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, if I look like that, I probably wouldn't want my videos on the internet. I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
Cowboy Sam has them eyes, man. Them eyes make me think that he might just about to be pulling out his old 44 or his Colt whatever revolver thing and just start shooting up the ship right there. I mean, Cowboy Sam, he's part Popeye. Them forearms are huge.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes his forearms shrink down and okay, it's the same Cheryl. Yeah. Okay. From Will G saying it. I just saw that pop up, but yeah, I just like those eyes, man. Like I can listen to Cowboy Sam all day long, but I don't know that I can watch. Cowboy Sam.
Oh, that's terrible. I mean, yeah. I'll let him know.
So going back to what we got to say though. All right. So, wow. So what used to be in 1963 is kind of like what Viking is today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because like I got a Viking catalog in the mail this weekend, Viking Cruises catalog, because I'm just, stepping outside of my comfort zone and wanting to check other stuff out. And it's an actual paper catalog. Antoinette at Fun, PK Adventures, and Destination Fun also met them up on the pre-cruise. That's awesome. Yeah, they're all down there in Tampa area. So, but go ahead. What? I'm sorry, man. We got to make sure we talk about the chat, and we got to continue our train of thought, talking about how.
It's really funny.
And
it's like in the same breath, though. So it's and he just and
hey, I'm sorry, I'm a multitasker. The ADD
is really funny. Oh God.
But so
yeah, it's got to be comfy for me too.
Yeah, and so I don't know though, because certain clothes, I mean, like Teresa pointed out, like every picture except for one, they were all wearing khakis and like either a button down long sleeve dress shirt or wearing a polo, and one of them they were even wearing a jacket, like a sports jacket.
Yeah,
but it does say, do not expect super fancy dining room inside the cruise catalog. Huh. It's like what is the thing was what Viking is not, and it said us basically I got it right here. I can look it up. Just give me just a second, because I took a picture and sent it to a friend of mine, trying to get them enticed in wanting to cruise on Viking, and they ignored me because I thought maybe Viking would be more their speed, but they weren't even about it. So what Viking is not children under 18. They don't have any casinos on Viking. There's no nickel and diming. They don't charge for Wi-Fi. They don't charge for beer and wine. No umbrella drinks, no photography sales, no art auctions, no inside staterooms, no smoking anywhere on the ship, no waiting in lines, no formal knights, butlers, or white gloves.
Okay.
I was like, wow. And then they don't charge for alternate restaurants. They don't have any entrance fees to their spas or their Nordic center. So they have free spa for everybody who's on the ship. No spa sales pressure and no charge for laundry either. So like you're automatically platinum whenever you cruise Viking.
There you go.
So
all
What
right, let's
happened?
go to tip number 2.
good question. I don't know. I don't know that Viking has free cruises, to be honest.
Yeah, their price range, I don't think so.
Tip 2.
All right.
Tip number 2, Captain's dinner ready. This ain't just any old dinner, folks. Captain's dinner is special. Men, get ready to don your sharpest dinner jackets. A white one if you're in warmer waters, but black'll do in a pinch. And ladies,
In a
get
pinch.
those evening gowns or cocktail dresses shined up, because this is the night to sparkle brighter than a Texas star. But hold up. No fancy dress on the first or last night. That's for the captain to decide, I reckon.
Wow.
That's for the captain to decide.
1963, dude. 1963 was way different. I mean, we're still talking several years before I was even born.
Yeah.
When was the Carnival Mardi Gras? I know you are a very, very fluent Mardi Gras aficionado.
63,
The original.
64, something like that.
Okay. Wow.
I think. I don't remember.
More I
something
eat of
like
these,
that.
the hotter they get.
Was it 60?
All right, I'll go ask. I'll ask
think it was
Google.
60.
I'll ask
Yeah,
Google.
ask Google. Well, let's move on to tip number 3 while you're asking
Okay.
Google.
Tip number 3, pack your shoes wisely. Oh, here's a gem that's truer than an old cowboy tale. Leave those spike heels at home. On board, the sea might roll. And trust me, you don't want to be tottering around like a newborn calf. Instead, bring some flat shoes for day strolls and medium-height heels for a night of two-stepping on the dance floor. Sandals,
Two-stepping in high
always
heels?
handy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say that
Cruising was way different in 1963.
it was.
So
yeah.
I-
And the ships were smaller. So like I can get like if you're in high heels and that ship is a rockin', 1972. There you
Yeah,
go. I know
yeah,
it's
some guy
something
named Gary
too.
Manning.
62 was I
Guy-
even when I
guy-
said it,
guy
I was
named
like, I don't
Gary
think
Manning
that's right.
put it in the chat.
Thank you, Mr. Man.
But so I have Viking Mars, Viking Polaris, Octanus drone footage posting. Yes, those are awesome ships. Those are really cool looking ships, man. I can't wait to see those, Mike. But so in 1963, man, is that close to when the Titanic was sailing?
Yeah, of course.
I'm serious.
I don't think
Oh no,
so.
1912.
I don't think
1912.
so.
Okay. Listen, dude.
I'll go with it though. We'll just gaslight everybody into thinking it was.
So all right, now see here's what happens when I'm on the road all day and I cannot prep for a show. I have to prep during the show.
Yeah,
And so now I'm asking Google what ships were sailing in 1963 because I think it's like Queen Anne, if I'm not mistaken, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so the next tip is sandals are okay, but no tennis shoes and no high heels.
Right. So
what are the guys supposed to wear? Loafers all day?
sure. It what did he send? Pack your shoes
Queen
wisely.
Queen Elizabeth Queen Elizabeth
Bring some
II was
flats.
sailing.
Medium high heels. He didn't really cover dudes, so there you
Dude,
go.
oh my
maybe
gosh.
the men were wearing high heels back then.
I hope not.
I
All right.
do too. All right, let's go to the next tip.
Tip number 4, bring a costume for the masquerade. This one's got me chuckling like a raccoon at a picnic. If there's a masquerade party, bring a fancy costume. Forget scrounging up one on the ship. Come prepared. Imagine cruising down the promenade dressed as a dapper bandit or a sequin-covered flapper. The 1960s really knew how to keep things interesting. I'll give them that.
I don't think flappers were in 1960.
Tip number 5.
Oh.
I know flapper dresses were like 1940s, right? 1920s.
Flappers were 20s, and
flappers were 20s.
Yeah,
so he was off there. Sam gets a little bit, but that's cool though.
Well, I mean, he is talking about the masquerade where you dress up, and I mean he also said dress as a bandit.
Yeah.
So
well, exactly.
Saying.
So you could be dressed in that flat. Yeah. So Will G did point out that they're not cheap cruises, but here's the thing, Will, and this is one of those things that I did find on the Viking cruises. Most of them include your overseas airfare in that cost. Okay. There was a yes, drink that drink there, Mr. Shelby.
That's awful.
Megan is having a great time with that. So, but there was a 7-night to Cozumel and Belize and Roatan, very similar to the Jubilee, itinerary, and it was $3,400 for the cruise per person. However, here's what you got to look. Once again, there are no interior rooms. Everything's a balcony. They give you an excursion at every port. That's included in your thing. And your domestic airfare as well is covered. It was also a partial Panama Canal transit ending in South America, and they were flying you back from South America to your airport of choice. So, I mean, $6,000, 65, maybe $7,000 is not a bad idea. I mean, and if Wi-Fi is included, beer and wine is included. Anyway, I'm not going to be becoming a Viking proponent, but I'm telling you, I want to try it one time just to see. I'm not saying I don't want to be a partier and I want to be on Carnival and be on the fun ships, because I think I always will want to be. But there's just this little thing in the back of my head. But
you want to sip your drinks like this.
Yeah, and eat hot sweet Korean snacks all the time. Now, masquerade parties.
I mean, cruising today has all kinds of theme parties as well. I mean,
exactly.
It's evolved over time. So
I think it does sound worth it, Steve. But there's another couple cruise lines too that I want to look into. They're a little bit even more expensive. Oh, here's one of them. The Ritz-Carlton cruise lines. Yeah, those are very, very small ships. Those are just like big yachts for the most part. There was one of those in Nassau whenever we were there. I think it was Nassau, but it was one of those other ports. And it was like, oh, wow, check that out. That is pretty cool. It's a really neat looking ship. But so masquerade parties, going back to it, deck parties, same thing, right? 80s rock and glow. Yeah, everybody dresses up in their, Run DMC's there, Cyndi Lauper's there.
80s parties.
Yeah, so George Michael, I've even seen a George Michael at one. So, I mean, people dress in those 80 appropriate attire. Yeah. And so I guess you could call that a masquerade party to some effect. It's not like every cruise is cruising over Halloween where people are wearing, their costumes every night, But I have a costume I'm thinking about wearing on our December cruise too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Does the hat give anything away?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you go to my Facebook page and you check out my Instagram, my personal Instagrams, I don't know. I think it's on the Traveling Manning's Instagram as well. There's a video of it on there.
Okay. Well, I think you're going to like this next one. Okay. Because this is something that you have taken issue with. Okay. You've taken issue with this. And you said, I would like this to happen. And here it is. You were just born in the wrong era.
I've always said that.
I'll give him that. Tip number 5, cover up to the pool. Now, don't y'all go thinking you can strut straight from the pool to the dining room in nothing but your bathing suit. Wear a robe or beach jacket. Bathing suits in the dining room, that's a no-go, partner. Even in 1963, cruisers knew to keep it classy. Take notes, folks.
Take notes. That's what everybody's doing, right?
I don't know that I really ever have said I have a problem with people.
I know.
Bathing suits.
I
thought you were literally going to get into like some legit stuff, man.
He wasn't going to say anything about Mobile having a cruise ship.
You and your fake news, man.
I know, man.
You and your fake news.
That's something that translates to today. So I really like that that this was pulled up because, that kind of shows that that's kind of an issue that was happening back then. People were actually, like they only bring this up because it happens. So people were trying to go from the pool to go eat. And so they're saying, hey, cover up, put on some clothes. But, more than likely, though, they were, I wonder if it's their version of the Lido. So maybe not like a main dining. I don't even know like what cruises were like back then. So did they have, whatever? Oh, George Michael Flipper.
I was muted. Okay, I was muted.
Hang on. I've got a ideogram.
Yes.
Or ideogram.
Hey, look at this guy popping in. His Okie Kid Adventures. He says, I love this show. Well, Okie Kid Adventures, thank you so very much for watching. We had you a little bit ago there, Okie Kid Adventures.
Yes,
you were
Okie Kid, little known that he is actually Thomas Kennedy. Oh, welcome, Tom, to the show. I am not pulling up the flapper George Michael, by the way. I just saw what it came up with and went, nope. Oh gosh, that's really funny.
How many more tips does Cowboy Sam have?
Yeah, just like a couple.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know.
Tip number 6, no hats needed. Unless...
Take your hat off.
Here's a surprise. Hats aren't necessary, but berets for men and scarves or turbans for women can keep the wind from turning your hair into a tumbleweed. Can't say I've ever worn a beret, but if it helps you stay sharp looking, who am I to judge?
Oh.
This is kind of like a beret.
Yeah, I mean, like, actually, you're most of the way there.
I mean, I mean, I feel like this is one of those old. No, no, we're not. I got to make sure you got my tomato and my cheese right there. But you can't hide my beef though. You got to see my beef.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, it's this one's a tough one. So remember, like back in the 80s when they used to have Kangos.
Yeah.
And I mean, they still have them today, but they were like the flat in the back, and then the front you could pop it down, and it would be like that, and then you could make it pop up like this.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I've got one in the other room.
Okay, yeah. So this is a Kango, is what this is. This is just a hamburger Kango.
Absolutely, I see it now. I don't know why I didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's get through this last tip real quick.
Wearing hats.
Yeah, wearing hats.
It's allowed, he said.
Yeah, it is, but don't bring your cowboy hat. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Tip number 7, keep it simple and sweet. Finally, bon voyage says it all. Pack with care, prep with pride, and cruise with the kind of joy only a time-traveling cowboy can appreciate. That's all for now. Cruise fam. Stay sharp,
there you have it.
Stay stylish, and remember, Even in 1963, they knew how to cruise with a touch of class. Now go ahead and take these tips, dust them off, and add a sprinkle of vintage to your next adventure. See you on the high seas.
But see, you never know when Sam is done. Like,
he's not.
Seriously.
I mean, butter my butt and call me a pancake or whatever he says. I mean, that was good stuff. So
it's butter my biscuits.
Oh, okay. So here we go, right here, man.
Oh, goodness. I love
Boy
it.
says, send Thomas Kennedy, the George Michael Flapper video.
Okay, I will. Send it right to Tom.
He wants to do the George Michael Flapper. So I will. All right. So I want to share this real quick, just because I can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I can't. Never mind. I can't do it like that. I don't have it. Never mind. I can't do it this way. And see, I don't know how to do this stuff in the live, because the live is just
what are you doing? What do you want?
I'm trying to share my video that is on Instagram.
Okay.
And so share screen, and then I'm going to share this window. I don't know if it's going to come up with any kind of sound, but this. Yes.
Oh God.
So
that is like a horror film.
I love it. I did it in slow motion, and then I made it in slow motion. And so you can see, yes, and here comes the big hug right here, just all in the camera. Yeah. Bam, wham, bam. And now we can stop that sharing, because it's just going to keep sharing. But there you go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so I will be wearing that on the December cruise. I'm getting cruisingswag.com to make me a custom shirt for it that says Free
that is
Sloth Hug.
Really nice of Cruising Swag.
Yeah, I'm going to have them I've reached out to them, and I'm going to have them make a t-shirt for it. I think it's going to be fun.
Hang on. Does Cruising Swag do like custom stuff? Oh, dude, that dude's going to take a picture of us.
It's Cheech.
Oh, goodness.
It seriously looked like Cheech. Or was it Chong? Trevor has held one of those caressing in his arms, right? Before, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about?
Trevor has, I don't know. But you've held a lot of things caressing in your arms.
I have, actually.
I've held Reese caressing in my arms. That was
you have, actually.
There were times of, oh, boy's not longer in the middle of the street. See, here's what happens. Now we have to rewind and find out if somebody tipped him in his jar, in his bucket, for him to be able to move on, or did he just pack up and leave because nobody was giving him any money? We will never know. Thanks, Mr. Shelby.
You're welcome. I got to try to wrangle you in a little bit.
Well,
so
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, man. We got anything else we're going to cover today? At 59 minutes and 29 seconds.
The bad thing about me being on the road is I have not been able to really look up much cruise news.
Yeah.
However, I do know that I did see. My left screen just told me scientists have found a yellow brick road at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
Well, did they follow it?
All right. I don't want to talk about Carnival's latest thing. I want to save that for Wednesday night, just because. I do know also, here's some big news. There's a possible hurricane headed for New Orleans. That's just.
Yeah, that's no. I saw some of that today.
That's coming in on Saturday, man. That's just crazy. I mean, this late.
We're far off right now. I'm afraid to really but they've pointed it in a direction. So I would say decisions were made there. So we'll see.
I mean the spaghetti, all the spaghetti models I saw, all of them showed them going into the Gulf. The majority of them did show them going into the New Orleans Homa area.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're specifically saying it's going to hit there between Homa and New Orleans. And that's just, man, I hate that for them. Hopefully it'll only be a 1 or maybe even die back down to a tropical storm, because the waters in the Gulf have gotten a little bit lower. The temperatures rather have dropped a little bit. That's not going to fuel it as much. I will say also, Wednesday night, we are going to cover something that I feel personally is quite controversial. And I want to encourage our listeners to listen on. Yes, that's definitely the case, Will. Because, I mean, he's, like he just said, he is headed to NOLA. He said he'll be down in NOLA on the, what was it? He said, we're going scrolling back up and looking at that, just because we've had 3 other sentences come in from there before then. But
18 days.
18 days. So there you go. So 7, 14. I don't know. You may be okay. But now this weekend, rough seas on the Mariner this weekend. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're going on a cruise this weekend and you're in the Gulf, I think you're definitely going to see some rough seas there in the Gulf. Hopefully your captain will take you around. Oh, look at there. That's the fantastic deer cam.
Yeah, it's been like this for a minute.
13. Oh, you haven't had it on the screen. I just looked.
I pulled it up earlier. Not here. Not on.
Hey, Key West. What's up, Key West? But like I said, back to it. So controversial topic this Wednesday night on Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. I'm anxious to see what happens. I do know that Carnival came out today. I'm sure if you follow John Heald, you saw the post. And I just want to talk about it. But I know this Thursday we go out of Galveston on the Mariner. What Will says. So yeah.
You're getting muffled.
I'm not even going to touch my microphone. I'm just going to let it come back. I don't know what's going on with it.
I don't either. You're still muffled. So there's the southernmost point. No one's getting photos at the moment.
Well, see this time change, man. This time change has affected everybody. I'm not going to lie.
It's affected our life, because now, like, when I go here, it's dark. What? I can't see those people walking by.
5:21 and it's dark in California.
Yeah. That's wild, insane. Dude. So,
but I have a take that I have that's going to come up on Wednesday night for John Heald's post from today. And I can't wait to hear everybody else's talk about it as well. And even our people over on Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, what they're going to say. The madness has to stop. That's all I'm going to say.
It has to stop.
It has to stop. It has to stop. So people are, I mean, there's companies coming out making soap. There's, I mean, all of these just different things that are just catering to these people who like these little bathtub toys.
Oh, goodness gracious. Wow.
So, but I don't have really anything. I just scrolled through my left screen. There's nothing super pressing. It doesn't look like. We do need to research TomTom's information from earlier that said that somebody was killed on one of the cruise ships. That's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Somebody had a baby on the Paradise. I will say I had an opportunity Saturday night to eat dinner with a former Carnival employee that has served a contract, and the last contract they were on was on the Paradise. And it was enjoyable getting to sit and talk with them and just chat about the Carnival life. And she can't get away from it. So she's thinking about moving back to Florida. And so I was kind of neat to talk to her about that.
Very cool.
She gave me some information that I will break later after I verified it. So I don't want to come out with it just quite yet. Yeah. But I do know that it's trustworthy because she said it. but it's just a lot of things that are happening inside of Carnival, and we know a little bit about it, but it's just kind of interesting. Carnival is not going anywhere. I'm not saying that, but
oh yeah,
it's neat.
Definitely not. But well,
yep.
I
can't believe it's 8:00 and they're already wrapping up, man.
Yeah, I know. It's wild.
8:30, and they're shutting down at Hog's Breath. I guess because it's Monday night, they just don't have any reason to be playing that late.
Probably.
But anyways, well, guys, ladies, thank you so very much for hanging out in our chat tonight. Sorry that it wasn't the great grandeur that it normally is, but yes, I just saw that a lot of people got to say a sloth in the chat, and there's photographic evidence. The Okie Kid Adventure says about me caressing Reese. I'm pretty sure is what that was about. And then Will went back to talking about the rough seas. So sorry about skipping those. Sorry about skipping those chats. Trevor wasn't on the, but yes,
I'm
Will,
never
good
on
night.
it.
That's what we're trying to say is good night. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Will. We're going to get there eventually.
I promise next week I will have more research done, and we won't have some Cowboy Sam video talking about cruise tips from 1963.
Hey, don't dog my Sam video.
I know you probably worked hard on that all day, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, I worked on that.
Sam probably had to have like 10 takes to get that video down.
No, okay. Literally, that was me getting home at about 5:15 to when we started the show. And I had it done.
I know who that is now, by the way. I figured out who that was.
All right.
Gilbert Rob gives it away. It's Rob. So, yeah. But I got you, Mr. Alfred. I'm pretty sure. But that's it.
All right.
What else, man? Anything else? Thanks for stopping in there, Mr. Gilbert Rob.
Absolutely. We are.
I don't have anything either. I need to find food is what I really do need to do, man. I ain't going to lie. I need to find a soda.
Okay, so absolutely join us over Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. Comes out every week where we talk over each other. It's madness as well. So it's I'm
just gonna shut up. I'm never gonna talk again until I have my name said.
It's a theme. Anyways, just know that you are unique, you are special, and you are loved. Oh, go to Facebook and search for the Podcastaways.